Beetroot, nature's powerhouse, packed with vitamins, antioxidants and nitrates, it's known to support heart health, boost stamina and improve blood circulation. Our beetroot is naturally grown and harvested at peak ripeness. The roots are cleaned, dried and finely ground to preserve their rich nutrition content, giving you all the benefits in one pure form. Add 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder to your juice, smoothie or water, or take it in capsule form as recommended by your healthcare provider. Beetroot helps enhance endurance, lower blood pressure, and keep you feeling energized and balanced all day. Fuel your body with the natural power of beetroot. Stay strong, stay healthy. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and welcome to yet another beautiful discussion right here on the media of the 21st century. It's 2 minutes past 8 p.m. It's been a cold day today. Again, woke up to the sun, but it ended up being super, super cold. Such a cold day. But yes, I hope you guys are having a nice weather on your end. And yes, karibuni sana to yet another beautiful discussion. My name is Joby. We have Keith in the building as well. How are you doing, Keith, today? How's your day?
Oh, it's rough, family. Shit, I was hoping some money came in. It didn't come in. Fuck. Guys ain't doing that. I'm going to have to shut Black Out Fire down for a couple of weeks. Had a couple of bad weeks with no money. Can't pay nobody. Stressed out. Got the strawberry lady calling me. Very stressful time. I never thought I'd be here 2 weeks ago. Shit. Overextended myself, paid for too much other shit. Oh man. I'm gonna be begging this show. You guys come in. Be begging. You got to take cash app. I'm not even playing.
Yes. So Fudali, do help us not to be kicked out of the studio. Please help us. Please don't pass me out. Please.
I'm gonna lose it, John. Just be laid off for a couple of weeks. Rough. I got kind of some. Yeah, that lady already called me too. Called me 3 times. Lady, I ain't got no money. Can't send you shit.
But as we start with today's conversation, tafadhali do hit that Cash App and the donation page, which is available on our app. Before we get started, I'd love to share, of course, a bit of our history. Yesterday we didn't do the show, so I'm going to share this 8-minute video here. And then we're going to talk about also Indiana. I think Gary, Indiana, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Gary, Indiana, where there's been blackout for 8 days and people are complaining about it. And
because Gary, Indiana, Michael Jackson and his family hometown, right outside Chicago, right across the border. Chicago. I guess Gary might be like an hour away, 45 minutes away from Chicago, across the Indiana-Illinois line right there. You guys know Chicago's in Illinois. Gary's in Indiana. It's right on the border. Gary's like a border town right in the northern part of northwest of Indiana. And my God, it is a horrible place. It's like a bomb hit it because they've all out. They took away all the manufacturing. It used to be a thriving manufacturing town way before I was born, I'm sure. They moved all this shit to China, all these, they just hauled out the country. And when I first went to Gary, Indiana, it was already destroyed by the first time I seen it. I said, damn, the Jacksons lived here? It was Michael Jackson them folk? I said, well, they got the hell out of here. They were already poor. It was poor when they were there, right? It was being gutted when they were kids. The Goopy Jackson family. So, time I got there as an adult, like, wow. It looked dangerous as hell. Gary, Indiana looked like it'd been hit by a bomb. Like, man, who would live here? That's how you know you broke, and you. Unlike black, I don't know why people stay in certain places. Just like I said about California. I don't know how people living in California. I don't know how you do it. I hear people crying about California. I don't know how you do it. I'm from there. That's one thing good about America. It's not like Africa. America's so big, you can always go to another state and leave. You can always, and I'm not going to say this again. I'll just show you guys hit that cash app for me. Because as you guys know, I'm at to shut down Blackout 5 for a couple of weeks because my stomach is touching my backbone. I had a couple bad weeks of making money. I didn't make anything. Anything. What about paying the lights, the internet, salaries, everything? Shit. So I'll keep letting everybody know. But yeah, Gary, it can't be many people still living in Gary. It's like man, it was miserable. And I hadn't been to Gary in like 20 years. 20 years ago, last time I've been through Gary. Well, I've been through there, but not in. I've been past there about 7, 8 years ago. But being in there, being in the city about 20 years ago, and I was like, this shit dangerous than a motherfucker. I said, I know. This kind of poverty, I know you're getting knocked in the head, thrown in a ditch.
I saw some people saying that they have to stay up all night to wash their cars. They have to be home on time to watch their houses because people are breaking in, stealing shit.
Yeah, that's a no because I was like, man, shit. I don't know how you live here. I understand people poor, but you can catch a bus and go somewhere else. You ain't got a car. I can't live in that kind of these kind of situations. I remember 20 years ago. I'll let you go ahead, play.
Okay.
It's 2 a.m.
A different video before we get into the Indiana story, but it's a different.
Yeah. A little black man on a dark highway near a Mississippi sundown town.
Story about how black truckers outsmarted the white sheriffs with the CB radio. With a CB radio.
Okay.
Driving 40 tons of Detroit steel. If you got exhausted, you couldn't pull over at a truck stop. If you wanted coffee, you couldn't walk into a roadside diner. You were locked inside your cab. Suddenly, behind you, you see red and blue lights flashing in your rearview mirror. The highway patrolman is pulling you over because he knows that you're isolated, unarmed, and carrying a pocket full of cash to pay for diesel. This isn't a truck stop. It's a shakedown. I'm your host, Country Boy. This is One My Black History, and this is the story of how black truck drivers took a cheap $150 radio and used it to outsmart the highway.
You be breaking 19. I wouldn't have been going to no truck to no Mississippi back in the day. You kiss my ass. We got loads going to Mississippi. I said, you better get somebody white to take that shit there. What you better do.
A radio became a matter of life and death. You have to look at the economics. During the 1970s, long-haul trucking was one of the very few jobs where a black man could make serious cash without a college degree. We're talking about upwards of $20,000 a year. In today's money, that would be $130,000.
About $100,000, $150,000.
It's a diesel engine on the side of the road and deliver your cargo on time. You could buy a house. You could send your kids to school. You could build real wealth for your family. But making that money meant driving an 18-wheeler through hundreds of miles of extremely hostile territory. Just think about the logistics of driving a long-haul truck while black during this time period. If you were an independent owner-operator, your route might take you straight through the Deep South or the rural Midwest, right through counties where the Ku Klux Klan or some corrupt local sheriff ran that town. The threat was both physical and financial. White business owners, racist locals, and the police recognized that these black drivers were extremely vulnerable. They were hundreds of miles away from their neighborhood, walking into the wrong door in the middle of nowhere to use the restroom to get you beaten or killed. The system was absolutely designed.
I wouldn't. In them days, daddy in them days, anything going to Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, fuck no. I won't be taking it. Anything going to Louisiana, shit. Not even southern Texas. It better be northern Texas. It better be up by Dallas. Anything down by Houston and all that shit, absolutely not. Now that's what I would be in California. Nope. If it ain't going to California, Washington State, some shit like that, Oregon, Arizona, Nevada, anything with the South on it, you cut me out. I can't do it. I can't do it, Mr. White Man. No yes, boss. Nope.
Isolated in your cabs and afraid to stop. Then the pressure escalated. In 1973, a massive oil crisis hit the United States. Gas prices exploded. Fuel shortages had cars lining up the block. To save fuel, the federal government dropped the national speed limit to just 55 miles an hour. For independent truckers, time is money. A lower speed limit meant they were losing money by the hour. The crisis turned black truck drivers into massive targets. Corrupt police departments, who black drivers called Smokies, knew exactly who they were looking for. They knew black drivers had strict deadlines they needed to meet.
Smoking in the bandit
in their trailer, and more importantly, they carried hundreds of dollars in cash to pay for fuel. Police used that new speed limit like a weapon. They set up bogus speed traps behind billboards and medians and empty highways. They routinely pulled over black drivers in the middle of nowhere, wrote bogus tickets, and they cited them for fake safety violations. It was a legalized shakedown. The police used their badges to drain the drivers' bank accounts and keep them in their place. So black drivers pivoted. They had to find a way that they could communicate and protect each other without the police catching on. The solution was the Citizens Band Radio, or CB. For white drivers, the CB was a toy. It was a way to pass the time, complain about the weather, flirt with each other. For black drivers,
you can't use that CB no more. Remember, most guys on yours got the cell phone, right? The smartphone. But back in the day, you had that CB. It was nigga this, nigga that, nigga. That's all them white boys were saying on that shit. Hey, you nigga, nigga. Hey, nigga, what you doing, nigga? I'm gonna get you, nigga. Everything they do is racist. It's crazy. It's like you talking one of them fucking white people. Hey, nigga, where you at, nigga? nigga. All right. Go ahead, Joby.
The true genius of the radio was the anonymity. When you spoke over a CB radio, no one knew your face, no one knew your race. Black drivers could use fake names.
They knew your race. They knew your race. That's a lie. Black people have deeper voices and have to say black people have accents. Unless they grew up in a white neighborhood, that's a lie. They know you're black. And I didn't know that the CB guys know all the slang. CB's got his own kind of slang. Good buddy. I know a good buddy was a homosexual. Where you at, good buddy? That's a homosexual. All these different, CB's it has his own slang. But go ahead, Joby.
Trap listening to the radio had absolutely no idea that the guy was calling himself Night Rider or Midnight Express was a white cowboy or a black driver. They also engineered specific slang. They created a language that sounded
exactly slang. Then you know the slang, you don't know what the fuck they saying. It's a whole different kind of ebonics. You're like, what? What does that mean? Who? What? What? What's that? Who? It's a whole different English slang language. It's crazy. Go ahead, Joey.
Cops listening in, but gave perfect real-time instructions to the other drivers. They didn't just say there were police hiding ahead. They said there was a Smokey taking pictures at the 42-yard line. That meant there was a cop running a radar at mile marker 42. A bear in the air meant...
They would say like that. They would say, there's a Smokey out there, such and such, shooting a gun at you. You be careful, blah, 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 blah. All that slang shit. Like, huh? What he saying? You be careful, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, Joker.
Copter was tracking speed through the sky, and Evel Knievel meant a motorcycle cop was hiding on the
motorcycle. As a motorcycle, yeah, Evel Knievel.
Language to act as real-time scouts for each other. The CB radio became a survival guide through the airwaves. It was a real-time green book. If a driver found a diner that actually let him use the restroom and served him a hot meal, he would immediately broadcast the location to the group. If inspectors at a weigh station were specifically targeting black drivers, he would drop that warning over the frequency. Additionally, if the main highway channel, channel 19, got too crowded or they figured the cops were listening too close,
they go down one.
Drivers would tell the group to drop down. And
drop down, exactly. Go down one. Go down one. Go down one, good buddy. Go down one.
Through the segregated South without ever having to look each other in the eye. Yet, they didn't just talk. They mobilized. If a driver was entering a dangerous county, he didn't do so alone. They used the radio to link up 4, 10, sometimes 20 trucks rolling in a massive line. This wasn't a parade. It was a moving convoy. If a corrupt cop tried to pull over one black driver and harass him,
as a convoy, good buddy,
pulled over on the shoulder with him. Thousands of pounds of Detroit steel to physically box each other in. That sent a physical message to the police that if you mess with one of us, you have to deal with all of us. Yet, by the late 1970s, Hollywood saw the massive convoys and heard about
it on the radio. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to have Joey put up. I'm about to have Joey put up the scene of Smoking the Bandit. That shit was a funny ass movie though. They got a minute with Jackie Gleason. There's no way you could be my son. Remind me when I get home to punch your mama in the mouth. His son was stupid and shit. He said, no way. I know your mama had to be cheating on me. No way you could be my son. Remind me when I get home to punch your mama in the mouth.
White audiences. They completely erased the racial terror. They erased the black men who built a system to stay alive.
Who created it? Exactly.
CB radio into a.
They always steal it. They always steal what we create. They always steal it. Make their movies and put white people as the goddamn symbol of the shit. When black people create it and then create it for as a way to keep safe, from their ass. They oh man, this is cool. Let's make movies and put white people as the inventors and as the damn creators of this culture. It had nothing to do with their ass. Go ahead, Joe.
So at this point, you're asking yourself, why have we never talked about this before? Like almost everything black folks have invented, the establishment eventually realized how valuable it was.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I said. They're going to take that jump and show all the food. They'll take it, the oxtails, all that shit, and they'll steal it. They'll steal your shit. And then put white people, and then you'll grow up looking at the movie. Wow, these white people are sure cool. It's your cool movie. I didn't know until I was grown. Somebody told me that black men were the one that did all the CB shit. Because I was looking at this movie when I was a kid. And that's what I believe. I said, man, that's Smoking the Bandit cool as shit. Go ahead, Joe.
White culture caught wind of this underground CB radio.
Exactly, white
Hollywood
culture
saw the massive convoys and heard about the incredibly cool slang and realized they could package and sell it to the white masses.
Exactly, cool ass slang. Because black people can always make up a different language out of slang. You can say we can always take the English language and flip it into some ebonics dealing with whatever thing we're dealing with and make it its own culture separate from the dominant culture and even separate from really black. We can always make a subculture of a culture. That's how deep we're able to go because the language on the CB is a subculture of the culture. If you don't know none of the slang, you don't know what the hell people saying and what things even mean. And that's how I was like, what? What are you saying? What that mean? It's a whole different slang world. Completely different from any ebonics you've heard in the hood or everything. It's its own separate thing. Unless you understood the slang, that's why black people did it, because you understand what the fuck they saying. You You wouldn't even know when they say such and such, such and such, such and such, such and such. You be like, huh? What? It's English, but it don't mean what you think it means. It means something completely different. It's English, but nothing means what you think it means. But go ahead, Joby.
They erased the black survivalists who built a network to try to stay alive, and they turned it into a fun, rebellious aesthetic for white actors. In 1975, a song called Convoy hit number one on the music charts. In 1977, Smokey and the Bandit, starring Burt Reynolds, made $300 million.
That was my shit. As a kid, you guys know growing up, you guys are my age, 55, younger, a little bit old. You guys knew as a kid, you guys all grew up looking at Smokey and the Bandit. Come on. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Who hasn't seen Smokey and the Bandit in here at least one time as a kid? Come on. Because that was some funny ass shit that Jackie Gleason made the movie and trying to catch the bandit, right? That was those white boys, it was still funny. But see, I didn't know that was our lingo they were speaking as a child because it's all white people. I didn't know it was some shit that black people had created. But let's be honest. You guys all watch Smokey and the Bandit and said, man, that's some cool ass shit. Let's be honest. Somebody have Joby play a scene from it. Go ahead, Joby.
Into the symbol of white freewheeling rebels out on the open road. They made millions of dollars off the slang and the convoy tactics and completely ignored the black people who actually used those tactics to avoid getting lynched. In the end, it is incredibly easy to look back at the 70s and think CB radios were just noisy, vintage pop culture trends.
Pause it, Joe. Everybody be honest. Let's see, besides Derek and me, who's all looked at Smokey and the Bandit when you were a kid and thought it was cool? Let's be honest. Not just me. As a kid growing up, who all watched the Smokey and the Bandit and thought it was cool? Come on. Let's see. Not just me. I know that nothing. And tell me if you knew that black men were the ones that created the CB slang. I had no idea. I learned that till years later. So Joby playing this. I knew this years ago. But watching that movie as a child, I didn't. I thought it was some cool shit. I knew black people were the originators of all this slang and all this CB radio talk. I had no idea. I just thought it was some cool shit. Go ahead, Joby.
But the next time you see an old movie with a trucker talking slang on the radio, I want you to remember the black truth. That these radios weren't just chatter. It was a hidden communication network. It was absolute proof that when the system tried to isolate us, exploit us, and break black folks, we never folded. We took what was available to us and we adapted, flipped it, and built something.
Pause it, Joby. Pause it.
Right out.
Pause it. Man, you guys again. I'm going to have to shut Blackout Fire down for a couple of weeks, guys. I need some donations. I'm broke. My stomach is touching my backbone. So if you guys feel the need, look at the Cash App right there. You guys send me $30, $40. I'm going to have to shut us down for a couple of weeks because I've been in hell. My back's against the wall right now. So if you guys feel the urge, please donate to me. I'm going to need it. Go ahead, Joby.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. That's Joby at home for a couple of weeks.
Thank you. I'm your host, Country Poor. This has been One My Black.
Yeah, so that's the video of today.
I do this for me, Joby. Go to YouTube, or YouTube. Type in scene from Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey and the Bandit. When the sheriff is talking to the bandit. The sheriff is talking to the bandit on the CB radio. Say on the CB radio. When the sheriff is talking to the bandit on the CB radio. I'm gonna have you do two of those scenes. The one where he says, "No way you can be my son." There's no way. Mommy, when I get home to punch your mama in the mouth. Here we go. For entertainment purposes only. Hold on, Joe. Joe, let me put the damn thing up. Where's it at? In a second. So this, so I got it. Boom. I got it. There we go. Okay. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright. I'm not reading this all this shit. Anyway, we're doing this for educational purposes only. YouTube. Okay. So don't go crazy on us. So when he says what you're 20, so that's a slang. That means your location. Where are you? Where you at? So black men created that. Say, hey, small man, what's your 20? 20 means, most people would know, 20 means what's your location? Where you at? Without saying. So that's the way black men would say, where you at, man? Where you at on the highway? What's your 20? Now, most of you guys know that by now. Because so Bad is asking the snowman, what's your 20, son? Go ahead, Jovi.
What's your 20? About 16 miles this side of Mississippi. Whoa, hold it.
See my Mississippi?
I just passed another Kodiak with a Kodak. This place crawling with bears. Where the hell are you? Come back.
With a Kodak.
I'm still trying to get rid of that Texas County Mountie. I don't know what
there you go.
You know what
there you go.
Dude that handcuffs a legend. Listen, give me 5 minutes. We're going to put some moves on that mother. I'll meet you at Ole Miss. Well, you better hurry. We can just kiss that money goodbye. You understand that? I'll read you loud and clear.
No. See, it goes. We want the sheriff talking to the. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see this. Let me talk to the midget. Come on, Fred.
Break a wine. This is the bandit. It's a snowman out there. Am I hitting you, son? Mercy sakes, you put about 8.5 on me. Blowing the windows down.
This dog is old as fuck.
You know.
What'd you say, Joey? What'd you say?
That dog is old as fuck. It's crazy. Shit.
Who's old? Oh, that dog. That dog is dead.
Hey,
that dog is dead now. This movie's like 50 years ago.
It was so old, damn.
How come we doing this? Well, why not? Well, they said it couldn't be done. Well, that's the reason, son. That's Goodwood, Fred. We're clear. And 4. Well, the more wheels you got, the better I like it. I'm the brother of a truck driving mother. Boogity, 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 boogity.
Hey, go, let's see.
Snowman, you got your ears on? You lucky devil, you got him. Where the hell are you? I'm on a 2-lane blacktop. Highway marker number 71. How's that time doing? Oh, how we doing on time? Doing about 25 minutes.
Hold on, I want to probably talking to the damn sheriff. Hold on, Joe. Say the bandit talks to the sheriff. Oh, just go for a little bit, or just say, well, we don't know all that. Just say, the sheriff. Say, scene from the movie Smoking the Bandit when the sheriff says, "You can't be my son." You see that? No way, you can be my son. Mama, when I get home, to punch your mama in the mouth. You can't be for my loins, boy. There's no way. Your mama been cheating.
When the sheriff,
seen some movie Smoking the Bandit. When the sheriff says, "There's no way you can be my son." And the sheriff says, "There's no way you can be my son." Mommy, when I get home, to punch your mama in the mouth. There you go. Enlarge it, Joe. There you go. Yeah. Take a big hug. Clark Jr. He's still back. No way you can be my son.
There's no way.
No way you can be my son.
No way that you could come from my loins.
My loins.
As soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
Better get one more time, Joe. One more time. As soon as I get home, so yeah. Pause it. So his loins, everybody knows that's his penis. No way. There's no way. There's no way you can be for my loin. Mommy, when I get home, to punch your mama in the mouth. That's mom been cheating on you. Ain't my son. You too damn stupid. Go ahead, Joey.
In the back.
Put in the back. Put in the back, stupid. Don't put it where we can't see you, dummy. Put in the back. No way.
There's no way that you could come from my loins. As soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
All right, Joe, that's it. Everybody know we grew up on that movie as a kid, laughing our ass off. We were kids watching that shit. That shit came out when I was 5, 6. No way you can be for my loins. Why would I get home to punch your mama in the mouth?
As we continue, we have more updates coming from Gary, Indiana, where thousands
I appreciate that, Jibber Jabber. Hey, whatever you guys can send, my back, you guys don't like to beg. My back is against the wall. Whatever you can send me, I need it. I'm about to shut it down for a couple weeks so I get some more money. Hit that cash app for a brother. Don't be stingy. But go ahead, Jovi.
Tafadali.
You guys want me to get butt naked? I'm not Jovi, so hey, I'm not gonna look as nice.
Hey, please send the money so I can keep coming to work for you all to see all this. You know what I'm gonna do staying at home? I'm gonna have to strip naked to get money.
You strip naked to who? You guys strip naked? Get out of here. Talk crazy.
To what? My who's gonna send me money? Shit, I don't know.
Oh, good look at that Instagram. Good look at the Instagram.
As we continue, we have, of course, thousands of people in Gary, Indiana, who have reportedly been without electricity for more than a week. That is actually 8 days plus, following the severe storm. And residents say that the situation is getting worse and worse, with thefts being reported, a lot of stuff, people losing their shit, others being attacked, to give up their shit. So let's see.
My name's Aja, and I'm in a blackout, one of the worst ever for Indiana, and we're going on about a motherfucking week. So come get ready with me as I go in my house, load my fucking pew because people are robbing people for generators, and put new batteries in my flashlight.
Wow. if it was your in Florida, that generator would be wrong.
Hey, it's just I've had a generator out there for like 3-4 years now, huh, Jovi?
Yes.
My phone just sitting at my door. Yeah, that's why I don't live in Gary, Indiana. I know. That should have been gone. I got knocked in the head, shot or something. That generator, I got a big ass generator. But why is the lights out? Why is the power out?
Because of a storm. That's a severe storm. The same following severe storm that happened. Storms, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
As we navigate the fucking apocalypse. This is my dog Carter, by the way. As you can see, little and not able to bite a fucking thing. All right, for starters, we got the Walmart special. I went and bought 3 lanterns that all take batteries, and they come with batteries. So I don't have to buy any more, but I do have extra because I don't trust myself with candles, and it is pitch black dark. How dark, one might ask? Well, let me show you.
Question I want to know, why you still living in Gary, Indiana?
This is how dark it is.
I've noticed actually it's majority of the black people who are reporting.
It's massive flooding. Yeah, I thought that was south, Jibber Jib. I thought that flooding was like over in Indianapolis, which is like 2.5 hours south of Gary. I have Joby looked it up in a minute. But it being such a poor area and not well kept, that probably is what happened. The flooding there. Yes, she loud. The flooding and it being an impoverished area, it probably caused some damage in that area. Like Joe said, there's flood and nobody cares about those people. It's black. You guys have been again. I'm gonna have Joe show those. It is like a bomb out there. And that was 20 years when I went through. I was like, wow, shit, this where the Jacksons. I was like, this where the Jacksons grew up at. Michael Jackson and them? I see, well, they got the hell out of here. They can sing. They didn't care about their daddy playing with their booty. Play with my booty. Just teach us how to sing some songs. Get out of here. Do whatever you got to do, Dad.
In my car.
They didn't mind playing with the butt cheeks.
I have a battery set that I've already opened because I'm terrified to go in my house. But unfortunately, this is what we have to do because I no longer can afford to keep staying in hotels. And I also have no signal, so that's great. Now, before I go outside of my car and make sure my fucking doors are locked, because again, people are breaking into cars, houses, and stealing whatever they can get their fucking hands on.
I imagine so. Batteries, shit, you better get you a gun. Batteries. What you gonna do with that? I see you robbing me.
She said she had a gun. She was getting ready to go pew pew.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Shit, there must some flashlight.
Now,
man.
One thing that I want to make abundantly clear. Yeah, I need to hurry up. One thing I want to make abundantly clear is the longer you stay your monkey ass in the car, the more chance you have of somebody running up and pistol whipping you. So you gotta hurry the fuck up.
Damn!
Oh my god! I didn't put the batteries in.
Somebody run up on you and beating your ass with the gun, pistol whipping. But what about your car? You said they're breaking the car. They probably steal your car out there.
She on another video I saw, she said she has to stay up all night to watch her car now. You know.
Yeah, I figured that. I was about to ask how your car's outside.
Yeah, she has to stay up all night because someone is gonna steal the car.
Exactly right, Jibba Jabba. It was a steal. Exactly. It was one of the biggest steel cities in the country. And that's what kept it going. But they broke it all down, gave it to China. And it hollowed out. So I'm having Joby, get that. Say, go to YouTube. It probably won't be on TikTok. Say a walk through Gary, Indiana, 2026 or 2025. Somebody walking through that bombed out area. I think, to me, I've been to Detroit. Detroit looked terrible, but Gary, Indiana looked worse than Detroit to me. I was like, how do people still living up in here? Say, I walked through Gary, Indiana. Oh yeah, go there. That's good. Go to this.
But these people been without power for about 7 days. 7 days, and a lot of people are reporting that the news, nobody not really speaking about what's going on.
They did. I ain't know nothing about this. I ain't know nothing about this. I don't live up in Indiana. But I don't live the fuck up there. I don't know how you live in Gary, Indiana. This shit's dangerous.
Okay,
so I don't like danger.
Guy who posted a video, and he goes on to say,
"That's right, damn your ass."
7 days. He said finally on a 7th day, they've been thugging it out. He went to get a hotel where they had electricity, they had power.
Soon as Joby mentioned Gary, I knew it was gonna be crime and people getting fucked up. Soon as she said it, soon as Joby said Gary, Indiana, I know gonna be some crime, gonna be some people getting shot, robbery, all kind of shit. Go ahead.
To the comment, actually 76% of black people live there. 76%.
I know, because it's impoverished. White people been left. White people been left there, like Jibba Jabba said, when all the businesses left, the white people left, Joey. They let the niggas stay in the poverty. They left.
What is going on? What is going on in Gary, Indiana? Please, somebody.
What's that? Somebody hiding their food? Somebody look at their toilet paper. What the hell is that up in there? Somebody hiding their
Send help. 7 days, no power. A lot of people don't have no money to be paying for no hotel like that. Y'all is wrong.
That's right. Yeah, wrong with it. That's right. It ain't Africa. You can get the power to. They use it in Africa 7, 8 days, no power. It's crazy.
So let's look at
there we go. Yeah, there we go. You seen one right there. That first one you showed was all bombed out. Let's see.
There's so many. There's some.
Just pick one, Joby. Jesus Christ. Pick that one. There you go. Let's see.
All right, everyone. I am in Gary, Indiana. Let me show you on the map real quick, just to give you an idea.
It's down the border.
See the blue dot? Gary is a suburb of Chicago.
Chicago,
right there on the Lake border. Michigan.
It's round exactly. That's it. It borders right
on. No town or city has been.
You You go about 10 miles to the west, and you go across the Illinois line. So even though Gary's in Indiana and Chicago is in Illinois, it's a border town, and it's actually a Chicago suburb. But it's in a different state. It's in Indiana. It's around that border. Like, goddamn, it's just, yeah. I went through that years ago. I was like, man, they're right. I'm bougie. This shit dangerous. Get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna get knocked in the head. A friend of mine laughed to tell the truth. Like, you know you can't go in the hood. You ain't used to no hood. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't go in the hood. I can't. The hood, American hood traumatizes me. I'm not gonna try to lie. That kind of poverty, that kind of I can't go to the hood staying. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Go ahead, I'll keep it 100.
And maligned in my comment sections as much as Gary. Common comments are, well, it's bad, but it's no Gary, Indiana. Or,
it's bad. Yeah, look at that.
This place is Beverly Hills compared to Gary, Indiana. So, of course, here
Gary's
I am.
Bad.
I've got to see it for myself. Now, the story is pretty simple.
It's bad.
When it comes to Gary, this town was founded by a company, a steel mill.
Steel mills.
Early 1900s.
It was a boom town.
The town is even named after the guy who ran the steel mill.
His name
is Elbert Henry Gary.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, it was very successful.
So
successful that the Russians even made an exact copy.
Oh, they won in Russia.
I can't say the name of it, so there it is on the screen.
Okay, they made exact copy of Gary in Russia.
The was based. Its survival was based.
Yeah, but it was still It was still, and it was a rich town back then. You know, they took all that shit up and moved it to China, and just these morons. I mean, I've been to. They were talking about Detroit was bad. I had to finally go see Detroit too. Detroit's bad, but it wasn't bad as this to me. Go ahead, Joe.
The steel mill, and that collapsed. And when it did, the town collapsed. Up to that point, the city was thriving. 180,000 people lived here. It was a major city. But today, there are about 69,000. 61% of the population is gone, and much of the city lies in ruins. I read that there are about 13,000 abandoned structures, including homes, in this city. Some of the other numbers aren't much better. 32% poverty in this town, and for children 17 and under, it's a lot worse. 54% of the children who live in this town live at or below the poverty line. So some of the other numbers real quick before we really start diving into the town. Median age is 37 years old. Gender breakdown, 54% female, 46 males. 12% of those females are widows. Now the street that I'm about to get on right now is Broadway. It's the major street that runs through town.
Wow.
And as I tell you more, I'll just show you this part of the city as we drive towards downtown.
All right, that's why I get my car and drive the fuck up out of there.
As we go, you'll see a lot of what I'm talking about.
All right, I'm out, nigga. I'm out. Go ahead,
Empty buildings, the decaying infrastructure.
Yeah, it's decaying.
But anyway, some of the other numbers before we start really exploring. One that sticks out is only 30% of the population is married versus 50% of the rest of the country. The race breakdown, here it is. 78% black.
You better believe it. Exactly. Of course it's black. Now, because white people gonna fight over that poverty. They can you probably put an old raggedy ass house up in there. It's all raggedy and shit. Work. Man, I'm like, listen, mom and daddy, I'm leaving. Where you going, baby? I don't know, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. Good, Joey.
9% Hispanic, 10% white. The remaining 3% is other. Now here's the incomes of the town. And I'll compare it to the U.S. average to give you an idea.
What's the income? Probably about 30-some thousand.
Per capita income in this town is $19,500.
God damn, it's impoverished.
$375 a week.
Damn.
By comparison, the U.S. average is $38,300. Median household income is $34,100.
Well, so I was right. It's 34. I thought about 37. They're impoverished.
Lives in a household 15 and up who makes income.
It makes poor.
Or makes money. That median income is $655 a week per household. U.S. average is $69,700, which is $1,340 a week. So again, incomes here are about half of what the U.S. average is. Now at this point, I'm just going to drive into the city center.
They probably got to drive all the way to Chicago to work. Where do you work at? Where are the jobs at around there? Actually, because you probably have to drive, and most of these motherfuckers are poor. They ain't got no car. There are no buses that go from Indiana to Chicago because that's state lines. So I don't know how they're getting back and forth if they got to go work in Chicago. It's too far, really. Where are you working at around this joint? Go ahead, Joby.
Tell you a few more things. Let's see, the median home value in this town
be cheap.
is $70,600.
Damn, that's too high. $70,000.
Look at a lot of the homes here before I leave.
70 grand is too high.
U.S. average is $281,000. So home values here are about 25% of the rest of the country. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Crime in Gary. What it's most notorious for. Well, first of all, the overall crime rate is 4,100 per 100,000 people.
Pause it. And everybody knows that it's some kind of cultural shit. No. See, where you got poverty, you have crime. Because poor people steal shit. Because they don't have shit. Poor people steal. So that's why it's crime in Gary. That's why they knock you in the back of your head. Give me your shit. Because they're poor. That's why I'm taking the car and getting the fuck out of there. Go ahead, Joe.
2,300 for the rest of the U.S. So overall crime here is about twice higher. But what's really bad here is homicide, murder rates.
Murder.
That
killing people. Of course.
What Gary is known for. Now I'm going to pull over here and we'll dive into that.
Ain't nothing open. Look how dead it looks. Ain't nothing open.
Show you the city center as we come in. Yeah, I'm pretty much in the downtown now.
It's dead.
There's a lot of things to see here, so I will show you those. But
a lot of things to see. What are you talking about?
Let me find a spot, and I'm going to tell you about the murder rate in this town.
Everything is
right
closed
here on
up.
The other side of the street is City Hall.
City Hall, that bitch is old and raggedy.
The city's founder, he actually ran U.S. Steel. They have a
That's Gary. That's over by you, 10 Speed. That's Gary, Indiana. That's down the street from your ass. That's where that is, 10 Speed. That's down the street from your ass.
Over at Gary.
Wait, 10 Speed lives there?
No, he lives in Chicago, Joby. I see that. I ain't say I said down the street from his ass. I ain't say Wait, just lives here?
All right, and then there's the steel mill right there, the entrance to it.
They don't make no steel.
All right, I'm going to head towards the steel mill here. The northern section of town is, it's just the steel mill.
It's raggedy. Look how raggedy it is. Raggedy.
We'll drive up here and see.
Depressing. Then they got cold ass winters. It should be all depressing. Man. Infrastructure all old and raggedy.
Yeah, this is as far as I can go. So better turn around.
As far as you go before you get knocked in the head, get your ass out of there. fuck around. Where you from? Oh, I'm just over filming the city. Well, you better give us some bread while you filming.
Here we go. Now, the chart I'm showing you is of the cities in the United States.
And there's like parts of Pittsburgh. Rates. Pittsburgh, only with Pittsburgh. You guys don't know where Jibba Jabba lives. Oh my God. No shame to Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh's one of the worst cities. I hate it. You gotta know about Pittsburgh. Jibba Jabba lives on 1,000 hills and shit. Pittsburgh is like on a mountain, a bunch of hills. Anywhere you go in Pittsburgh, you're on a damn hill. I can't stand Pittsburgh. Oh my God. I don't hope I never go back to that city again. Oh my God, Pittsburgh. Everything's on a goddamn mountain or a hill or a cliff. Everything's up the side of a cliff or some crazy shit.
And, sad to say, but it's the usual suspects. New Orleans, number one, with 74.3 per 100K. Got St. Louis at number two with 68.2.
I don't think Pittsburgh's mostly black. You got it's mostly Slavics. Hey, what's the demographics in Pittsburgh? They used to have I think a lot of people moved out of Pittsburgh because, like, same thing in Gary, because they stripped the industry from Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh had a lot of, back in, when all the white people came over here, a lot of Slavics. You got a lot of Polish, Russians. What's that area, Jibba Jabba? You got a lot of Polish, Russian, all them Slavic motherfuckers around Pittsburgh. Okay, see, yeah, they're only 10 to 15%. Yeah, they're mostly like Russian Orthodox and all that kind of Polish. The biggest community, I think, there in Pittsburgh, right, Jibba Jabba, it's the Slavics, right? The Russians, the Polish, it's a big Slavic community. That's where a lot of cats came from Europe to go work in the steel mill back in the day. Yeah, lots of Catholics. I thought it'd be mostly Orthodox over there. Well, I guess there would be some Catholics. I thought it'd be mostly them Orthodox. Them Slavs live over there. Okay. Yeah, of course, they still all white. I'm just saying where they came from in Europe. I'm just saying they came from like Eastern Europeans. Most of them came like out of Poland, Russia, Latvia, Lithuania, all that old shit. Romania. Good joke.
Number 3, Detroit number 4.
Yep, Detroit.
Memphis number 5.
Memphis are the miserable.
Sure none of this surprises anyone.
4.
But these are
Cleveland,
the 75 largest cities. So
Atlanta,
what if you include all cities?
Philadelphia
that have over 100,000 people in population. Well, it changes a little bit. You got Jackson, Mississippi at number 1 now.
4. Oh, poor.
What is it? 88.
Jackson is poor, but it doesn't look as bad as that. It's in Mississippi. The roads are all fucked up. The roads are bad. Roads are bad around but Jackson was never industrialized as it's the capital of Mississippi, so it never really got developed like a major city like a Gary. So I guess it don't look as bad because it's like a quaint, southern poor city. It's poor, but it never was industrialized. So it's got that southern homey poverty looking shit around Jackson. I would never live there. That's why I remember Jackson has got that water crisis where the water don't even work right in Jackson right now. And they hanging people out there in trees. Well, go ahead, Joby.
0.8.
That's good.
Birmingham, Alabama moves up into 3rd place with 72.9. Now you still don't see Gary on this list because Gary only has 69,000 people. But if you were to include Gary, where would it place?
All the money, that looked nice there. All the money we gave Israel and all this other shit they were doing and hauling out the country, they completely destroyed the country on purpose. And it's these cats with these hats. They made China into a power. They made China, all this stuff, they hauled out all the money. So not just Detroit, Chicago, Los Angeles, Memphis, Gary, Philadelphia. I mean, they when I first went to college, check this out. My first time, because you guys know I grew up in the West Coast, so I didn't really know I didn't know anything about way over here in the East Coast, right? So when I first went to college to Philadelphia, I was like, God damn, this motherfucker raggedy. Shit. You know, at that time, to me, LA was still not as bad as people make it out to be today, but I never been to like an old industrial eastern city. And when I went to Philadelphia, I was like, this motherfucker is raggedy. Shit. Wow. This is an eastern city for real, for real. This bitch is raggedy. That's before I had ever been to Chicago or Detroit. That was, but I had been to New York. But see, going to New York, I went through Philadelphia. I never stayed in it. You know, you guys know if you guys on the Eastern Seaboard and you're going to New York, you don't have to go through Philadelphia. You go around it. You take the bypass around Philadelphia. So even though I had been in New York, I had never been like in Philadelphia proper. And when I finally went to school in Philly, I was like, you know, that's the big. Remember, Philadelphia is the beginning of America. It's the first capital. Before they made Washington D.C. the capital, Philadelphia was New York. New York was the first capital. I think Philly was it Philly the first capital or New York the first capital? Anyway, I don't know. And they got that place where they signed the Constitution at, right? In Philadelphia is where they signed the Constitution. And that building there, that motherfucker was raggedy. I was like, God, this is where they signed the Constitution? They need to take care of this shit? You know, like, ain't this building supposed to be important when they signed the American Constitution, when they became a country, right in Philadelphia? But Philadelphia was all old and raggedy and had like burnt out houses. And that's why I said, shit, this is crazy. Wow. I told you had people living, but one thing about Philadelphia, we're going to talk about the other thing in a minute, guys. One thing about Philadelphia, you had abandoned housing that I knew nothing about, right? You had people in Philadelphia back then, because remember, I'm green, I don't know if I'm young, teenager. You had people in Philadelphia that would take abandoned houses and fix them up, and you didn't know they were even abandoned, right? Because I was dating this girl, and she told me it was a house party at her brother's house. He said, yeah, he lives in an abandoned house. I said, I ain't going to, I guess they would call me Bush. Like, I ain't going to no abandoned house to party. You crazy? I get stabbed or something? You crazy? I'm not going to no abandoned house. I didn't know that the abandoned houses there, because in California, that's illegal. You can't just go in no house and fix it up and say it's your house and have electricity and shit up in there. But obviously in Philadelphia back then, you could do that. You could take over an abandoned house and get the electric company to come set up electricity and fix it up. And I swear to God, you didn't think I'm joking. So I went with this girl over her brother's house, and I'm like, this place was slamming. I thought she said this. I said, hey, I thought you said this was an abandoned house. He said, it is abandoned. My brother just took it over and fixed it up. How's this legal? What do you mean? How can you just go in somebody's house and fix it up? Well, that's what we do. People abandon houses, they can't pay the bills. Other people move in and just take over. I was like, wow, that's crazy. What's that shit called? What they call that shit? What's the word for that shit, guys? You guys know the name of that shit. What's the word when you go to somebody's house and take over? It's not homestead. What's that shit called? I forgot the name. I'm having a brain fart. What's the name of that stuff when you guys go to somebody's house?
Squatter.
And you squatter. Yeah, squatter. That's it. Squatter. There you go. Thanks, Jimmy. A squatter. You can't do that in California. You'll lock your ass up. But I didn't know people were doing this in Philadelphia. I was like, I thought you said they said your brother lived in an abandoned house. That's what it was, all fixed up. I said, whose house is this then? We don't know. It's abandoned. He just moved into it. Yeah, thanks, guy. Yeah, squatters. Yeah, exactly right. Squatters. Thanks. Thanks, General Mosquito. So I was like, how is this legal? How did you get the? I'm asking. I'm young. How did you get the power company to come turn this up? South Bronx in the '80s too. See, there you go. I'm from California. I never heard no thing like that. It's done in Pittsburgh today. Okay, Jim. I'm green. I'm like 18. I'm like, how is this legal? I said, how's he moving this house and fixed it up? How's this? How the police don't come and throw his ass out of here? And I jump in there. I go say, you asked too many questions. Don't worry about that.
Awesome.
Because I be wanting to know. Shit. Because you asked too many questions. Don't worry about that. we had to have a good time. Because it blew my mind that you could just be in somebody's house and it ain't your house. You got furniture, running water, electricity. Like what? What? And I just my mind was blown. But the girl said, you asked too many questions. Don't worry about that. So anyway. Okay, Joe, let's get off this. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about. So, guys, let me make my pitch again. Everybody got 30 in here. You guys see Cash App. I got a bag now. I'm broke. I need you guys to hit that Cash App. I'm going to shut down Joe and Blackout 5 for 2 weeks to catch up. So I need some help. I need $30, $40, whatever you can send. Hit the Cash App right there. You guys know usually I'm not used to begging. But now my stomach is touching my backbone, and I ain't too ashamed to beg. Ain't too proud to beg, right? So I'm begging on my knees. But anyway, let me continue. Anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about the conversation about, I was thinking, when me and Joey did the last show, Wednesday, the lights went off. Couldn't do it Wednesday the lights was off. When we're talking about that area of time. And can you guys imagine when Woodrow Wilson became president, right? When Woodrow Wilson became president, you guys know we were only 45 years out of slavery. We were only 45 years out of slavery. And all the presidents have been racist, right? But Woodrow Wilson was a special kind of racist. He was over the top with his racism. So I wanted to show everything we did in that time period while this racist moron was president and also selling out the country to the cats with the motherfucking hats, right? Because remember, he was firing everybody that was black, and any kind of government business you were black, you were fired. And so his presidency would be from 1911 to 1920 or 21. Now, in that time, so I want Joey to look this up on TikTok. Okay. During this time, we had a renaissance in New York. But it was really but since New York was the epicenter, biggest city, it also happened in Chicago at the same time. So you had a burst of music. You had to begin of jazz, guys. And with jazz came, put us up, Joey, type in, say the Harlem, Harlem, Harlem Renaissance. Harlem Renaissance.
Renaissance or Renaissance?
Renaissance.
Spell?
Harlem. Yes. Let me see. How do you spell Renaissance? All right. It's a French word. I can never spell that shit right.
Somebody on the chat, can you help me with that?
Let me see what it is. Hold on. Oh, really? There you go. Jibber jabber always spell stuff. I'm always bad with spelling French words.
Yeah.
I just can't because it's different from English. Renaissance.
Renaissance. I don't know. Renaissance. Okay.
So through here is Britain's most expensive house on sale currently for
Britain. Harlem, Joby. Harlem. Harlem. Renaissance.
HAR.
No, Harlem. Harlem. Renaissance.
While they were having their Great Depression, we were having our Renaissance, the Harlem Renaissance. Those two timelines ran concurrent at the same time. Not only that, though. So you know how, like, in America, in history, we were never really given anything. We were never given anything. And if we did get something of our own, they would take it from us, or they would find a way to destroy it. So during the Great... During the Great Depression, white people had gold, like gold necklaces, gold rings, gold coins, whatever.
Actually,
right? And that
the Harlem Renaissance is before the Great Depression. Harlem Renaissance actually happened between the early 1900s all the way to 1920. It wasn't. She got a time period. The Harlem Renaissance was not in the late 1920s and the 1930s during the Great Depression. It's before that. Harlem Renaissance was actually in the 1910s, all the way up to 1920. That's why you had Madam C.J. Walker moved to. It ain't funny. Madam C.J. Walker comes out of Indiana. I think she starts in Missouri with the hair care products, moves to Indiana because remember her as she becomes a millionaire. That's in Indiana, over in I don't want to say Gary. It wasn't Gary, Indiana. It was down in what's that city? What's the major city in Indiana? I'm having a brain fart. Jesus Christ. What's the major city in Indiana? You guys, what's their major city? Well, that major city in Indiana, where she started her factory, and they moved to New York because of the Harlem Renaissance. Because everything was, the reading and the culture of black people. What's the capital of damn Indiana? Jesus Christ. I can't.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, Indianapolis. Jesus Christ. I'm getting old. I can't remember Indianapolis. Yeah, so we're going to also during this time, Madam C.J. Walker becomes the first black female millionaire in the world. Not in America, in the world. Doing hair care products. She becomes the first black millionaire woman in the world. And this also during the racist time of President Wilson's reign. We go, Joe. Let her go ahead and keep talking.
Their wealth, because like it accrued wealth over time and value over time. The government forced all them people to give them their gold. The government stole everybody's gold. Said they created an executive order, said give us your gold so that we can avoid gold hoarding and that it could back the reserves so that the Great Depression that we're currently in doesn't last as long. Black people didn't have gold. We didn't have gold. So during this Great Depression, not only were they taking houses, they was taking gold. Neither one of these things affected the black community as much as it affected the other communities. Because we didn't have shit. What do you mean? The funny part about this is, after the white people gave them their gold, say you had like a $5,000 gold certificate. By the time you gave it to the government, that next day, that gold certificate was now worth $10,000, and you're not seeing a cent of it because they only gave you $5,000 cash. That's it. That's it. The government robbed these niggas. And then imagine being a white person. You look around at your fellow white counterparts, and y'all all broke. And then y'all look across the street, and black people up there, they created chitlin circuits, lecture circuits. They over there educating each other, innovating, creating, inventing.
Exactly, but this is different. They took the gold because they were using the gold to try to back the dollar, which had collapsed. And that caused the Great Depression. But she's not. I'm talking about the Harlem Renaissance. So during this period of time, when Woodrow Wilson, the country was so racist, we created the Negro Baseball League. It became $1 million business. We created all these $1 million business that we gave up later on because we wanted to sit with Mr. Charlie. We wanted to sit with the white man, and the white man's better than. So we destroyed all our businesses, our education. Shout out to the young lady said the same. No. That was, I swear to God, that goopy ass, Dr. Umar be stealing my shit. So I said that years ago about black education. The reason why they integrate us because as black people, our school system controlled by black women were dominating the white school system. We were coming out smarter and brighter than them, and it was fucking up white supremacy. Now today we can't even read or write. Kids can't read or write. But when we were segregated and the black women controlled the school system, white people couldn't compete with us. And they were giving us shitty books, shitty classrooms, and so we would just build our own. Because it was the love. See, remember, black people naturally are communal. So instead of being cutthroat like Europeans, we looked at every child as ours. The women did. Every black child was her child, and it was her responsibility to educate that child, that baby, to give it the best, because that was a representation of her going out to the world. And so that became a threat to white power in this country. As I told you, let's do a gang member from the 50s, how eloquently he speaks. This is a gang member. Somebody in the gang. It's his syntax, his delivery. You know he's well read. Today you can't even do somebody talk right. Mumble rap, mumble talking, absolutely insane. But go past her, Joe. Go back. Go another video. Talk about the Harlem. She's talking about the Great Depression. I'm talking about the Harlem Renaissance. Yeah,
now, when I was a little girl, I was obsessed with the Harlem Renaissance period. The clothes, the poetry, the music, the art.
Exactly. The music. Exactly. About the music, the art. And since at that time, New York was the biggest city of black people, it was our epicenter back then, right? Not so much today, but back then it was the epicenter. And so New York was like our postcard to the rest of the world. Even though we were in different cities, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, but New York was our city. New York, that it's New York, right? New York had a punch. Go ahead, Joby.
It don't mean a thing if you
ain't got that swing. Do up.
The Harlem Renaissance period spanned roughly from the 1910s to the mid-1930s and was a transformative cultural
1910s.
Harlem.
Now remember, during this time, we're dealing with massive racial oppression, lynching. We had a resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan because of Woodrow Wilson's open racism towards us. I mean, they're all racist, but his was over the top. Calling you nigger to your face. When President Wilson's racism was over the top. So we got a resurgence of the Klan. We got the racist movie, Birth of a Nation, right? That Woodrow Wilson filmed in the White House. Oh, it's so true. These filthy, dirty niggas. We need to kill all these dirty, filthy niggas. This movie is so true, right? About the Klan killing us and raping black women. This fucking racist ass cracker was talking about this movie's so true. These no good, dirty, filthy niggas. Go ahead, Joe.
A period of profound artistic, intellectual, and social growth for our black community. The Harlem Renaissance was a significant cultural rebirth that gave birth to a vibrant and influential artistic tradition, laying the foundation for the modern Black American culture. Because as we all know, we are the culture. Everybody wants to be like us. but nobody wants to get treated like us. That's the difference. Now, the roots of the Harlem Renaissance began mostly due to the Great Migration that began in 1916. The movement of Black Americans from the rural South to urban areas in the North, particularly
Chicago, Pittsburgh, New York,
which led to the concentration of Black intellectuals, musicians, writers, and artists in Harlem. World War I also played a role in the beginnings of the Harlem Renaissance because many Black men served in the military, and the war experience contributed to a new sense of identity. Black soldiers were forced through the draft to fight for a country that simultaneously denied them full rights and subjected them to racial segregation and discrimination. The contradictions they faced upon returning led to a heightened sense of racial pride and a stronger push for civil rights. Black soldiers were less willing to accept the racism of the United States. So now picture it, Harlem, 1920. Harlem in the early 20th century was primarily a working class community for Black people. But by the early 1920s, it had become the epicenter of Black culture. Folks like W. Du Bois helped organize the Niagara movement and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, known as
not that goofy shit. E.B. Du Bois had nothing. E.B. Du Bois had nothing to do with that. It was a cat with the hats. So they always get that fake ass history with fucking boot licking ass E.B. Du Bois, who we know was what, a talented 10th, part of the Divine Nine, was a boot licking handkerchief head ass nigga. So they always try to throw that in there. He had nothing to do with the NAACP creating of it or anything. Without the board or nothing. That's why he left, because they refused to make his black ass a president of the organization. The Jews told him, no, nigga, we just use this, to fool you dumbass black people to do what we want you to do. That's why, like I told you, Ida B. Wells said no to this goofy organization. She said, hell no, this ain't run by us. This white Jews. Go ahead, Joby.
Advancement of Black people. At this time, we also had Marcus Garvey's UNIA, the Universal Negro Improvement Association, and they promoted Black pride, Pan-Africanism, and the idea of separate but equal, influencing the Renaissance's cultural climate. Between 1920 and 1925, the Harlem Renaissance truly began to flourish during this period, both in terms of artistic output and its influence on mainstream American culture. For literature, we had writers such as Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, Claude McKay, Countee Cullen, writing poems, novels, short stories, and essays that explore Black experience.
I think everybody should get the book by Zora Neale Hurston called the Great Ethiopian. I look at it. I read it on the show years ago. Now, I can't remember shit no more. But that work she was showing, proving that Egypt was black and all this area was black. Northeast Africa was all black. She went through anthropology and other studies to prove that. So, go ahead, Joe.
Celebrating Black culture and challenging racial stereotypes. Langston Hughes became one of the most iconic voices with works like The Negro Speaks of Rivers, which goes a little something like this. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep in the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo, and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans. And I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. See, beautifully capturing the essence of Black people and our experience and our history of being here since the beginning of time. And then don't even get me started on music. The Harlem Renaissance is known for its connection to jazz, blues, and gospel. Artists like Duke Ellington.
It's when we were creating jazz and gospel. There's some South African lady. There's some South African black lady. Oh, I like gospel. I thought lady, you didn't create gospel. Gospel came from Black America, lady. Now you listen to it and your people can do gospel. but it was created by Black Americans. He's like, I didn't know that. I thought we did. No, you're mimicking it, and you're doing it just like you're at a piano. That's house music. Okay, but no, gospel came from Black Americans. I hate to say it, but anyway, we go ahead, Joker.
A new sound that captivated not only Black folks, but also white audiences. Harlem's Cotton Club, the Savoy.
I know not all the people that talking about those other ones that talking about, yeah, they were all bootlegs, to speak exactly. They were all Freemason or Divine Nine. They were all part of the Prince Hall, which is when we go deeper, we're talking about the boule. So we're gonna give this history, right? And if we go deeper, a lot of these people worked against Black people globally. They were subjects of white people. So they were the puppets. So they were what we call the talented 10th or the divine 9. They were the boule. So yeah, so a lot of these people that we, even though intertwined with the story, a lot of them were also boule. But go ahead, Joe.
Center of this music. Bessie Smith, known as the Empress of Blues, became the highest paid Black performer of her time. And Duke Ellington turned jazz into an art form, establishing his place in music history. The Renaissance influenced the world theater. The cultural boom in Harlem gave Black actors opportunities for stage work that had previously been withheld. At the center of this stage revolution was the versatile Paul Robeson, an actor, singer, writer, and activist. Robeson believed that art and culture were the best paths forward for Black Americans to overcome racism and make advances in white-dominated culture. And then we have Josephine.
They destroyed Paul Robeson. That's why I remember, all these, they never really want to mention Paul Robeson, right? Because a lot of these handkerchief heads, like W.B. Du Bois, the other handkerchief head Negroes, try to destroy him because Paul Robeson was uncompromising in his Blackness and Black people in lifting us up. He said, we're not going to be disrespected. We're not going to be bossing to nobody white. And we're not going to be looked down on. So Paul Robeson refused. So since Paul Robeson refused to be a puppet and a coon-ass Negro, they broke his goddamn back. Don't forget, the white establishment broke Paul Robeson's back at the end. Left them butt naked and broke, took his passport so he couldn't go. Remember, because he was uniting Africa. He was going to Africa, he was going to Australia. This is back in the 20s and 30s. Man, remember, Africa's colonized, and most of the Africans are pretty stupid. Not to just call a spade a spade. He's over there trying to teach them who they are. They're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. They stopped Paul Robeson. They cut his damn visa and his passport. You won't be going no more trips back to Africa, Negro. That's a wrap. We like our Black people in Africa, stupid and dumb. You're not gonna be going here talking to these niggas over here. That's a wrap. Go ahead, Joe.
Josephine Baker spent her youth in poverty before learning to dance and finding success on Broadway. In the 1920s, she moved to France and soon became one of Europe's most highest paid. Then we had the visual arts.
Josephine Baker.
The visual arts were never welcome into Black artists, with art schools, galleries, and museums shutting them out. The most celebrated Harlem Renaissance artist is Aaron Douglas, often called the father of Black American art, who adapted African techniques to realize paintings and murals, as well as book illustrations. And other visual artists like Archibald Motley, Malou Jones, explored themes of African heritage, race, and identity, producing works that challenged existing racial stereotypes and celebrated Black American culture. And Black people during the Harlem Renaissance faced widespread systemic racism. Black people were subjected to segregation and disenfranchisement and violence under the Jim Crow law. That racism led to brutal treatment of Black people, especially in the form of lynchings. Black intellectuals like Du Bois and activists like Ida B. Wells worked tirelessly.
See, Ida B. Wells, see how she put Ida B. Wells and Du Bois in the same sentence? Ida B. Wells did not join the NAACP. She said it was garbage. It was not as a fake black movement, and she refused it. Always a black woman. Ain't always a black woman. Seems like she's always the strongest of us. It's crazy. She said, "I'm not being part of this fake ass NAACP shit. It's garbage." But that's good, Joe. But get out there real quick. I want you to do this real quick. I want you to type in. You want to type in. And we just had his name. Say Paul, Paulu, Robinson, Paul Robeson, Roberson, Roberson, sings. Yeah, Roberson. Say Paul Roberson sings. Oh, we're gonna show him singing it. Then we're gonna say what he refused to do. Say Paul Robeson sings "Old Man River." Say Paul Robeson sings "Old Man River."
Ask Miss Julie what she thinks.
Now, Paul, so if you guys remember, Paul Robeson went to Hollywood, right? But he refused to be a Sambo coon like Step and Fetch It. Ooh-wee, Lordy! Ooh, what we doing, boss? Lordy, Lordy! Hey! Ooh! Remember Joby Show Step and Fetch It? Ooh, I don't know what we doing over there. So Paul Robeson, they once said he's a big black nigga. They wanted him to be another Step and Fetch It. But Paul Robeson said, I do not, these movies go out across the world. And they, me as a black man, he told this doesn't just represent me in America. I represent all black people globally. Because most black people don't get to be on the movies. So if I have bad characteristics, this hurts. He said this hurts the people in Africa and everywhere you find us as black people. So I can't portray us as disrespectful. We're going to play each other.
Old River, what he thinks. He knows all about them boys. He knows all about everything. There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I'd like to be. What does he care if the world's got troubles? What does he care if the land ain't free? Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant potatoes, he don't plant cotton. Them that plants them, he's soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked.
Paul Robeson is one of the greatest black Africans ever. But that's why they'll never bring his name up.
A little drunk and your land's in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man River,
Brilliant black man, fucking brilliant. So this is back in the 1930s, or late 20s. They wanted him to be a Sambo coon, right? So Paul Robeson was an intellectual into Hollywood. Also was a star football player before that. So how much you type this, Joe? We say Paul Robeson Paul Robeson gives interview on about black people. Remember, they took away his passport. They broke his ass because they you know, he talking all that Africa shit, and black people not supposed to be on the bottom, supposed to be all fucked up. They say it's not gonna be no more you leaving the country talking to these niggas in Africa. That's a wrap. Go ahead, Joby.
But just like a Scottish American is proud of being from Scotland.
See, that's how we all talk. See that, brother? See this? See, this coming out of slavery. This is how we all talk. No one talks like that today. It's like, yeah, it's all Nicki Minaj and fucking Cardi B bullshit and these goopy niggas. This is how black Americans talk. Paul Robeson didn't go to the greatest school. In college he did, but he went to a small one room shack with teaching by black women. Look how articulate and elegant he is. And knows who the hell he is. Go ahead, Joby.
They tried to tell me that all Africans were savages till I got to London and found
told you. He tried to teach me that all Africans were savage. We're all savage. Exactly. So he refused to coon because they tried to tell him as a kid all Africans are savages. And then he would end up with Oxford, Cambridge. Who's a savage? Who are you talking about? Go ahead, Joby.
Doing very well and learned their culture. And even once somebody had the temerity after one had conquered the Chinese people and imposed upon them the opium trade and everything else to suggest that they were a backward people, just the people who had been civilized.
He's talking about that when Joby showed the opium trade. He's talking about this back in the 40s. He's old then. That's when they were breaking his back. Remember, they left him butt naked and broke on the side of the fucking road. They destroyed Paul Robeson, opened his fucking mouth and not cooning and Yassabasa. Nigga, we told you the Yassabasa right here. Go ahead, Joby.
It was wonderful to find about the colored peoples of the world that they were very advanced. So I would say today that I'm an American who is infinitely prouder to be of African descent. No question about it. No question about it.
See, they hate that, see, he got the nerve to say, he's an African. He knows he's African. See, sorry you pretenders who's on here listening. He said he knows from African descent. And he's proud of that. White man hated to hear that because they told him when he's a kid that y'all you Africans are savages. Go ahead, Jim.
The feeling
that's right.
That when you were in London about 1937, 38, you really had the world at your feet then. I mean, you're a tremendous success. You were recognised all over the world, and yet you went back to America. This was the feeling that took you back?
I felt I had to go back to my people. That's right. The going was tough. And today I can go back. I just had my passport renewed. I could go back to pretty tough times now.
They're going to take that shit from me.
I got a telegram next week that the Negro people had gathered somewhere in one of their conferences as they could. And say, Paul, in the...
Pause it. See, now that's the way he really talks. So, but on the movies, they want him to do this. Yeah, boy, yeah, ooh, Nessa, what you doing, Missy? Oh, I be the boss, and I play, They wanted him to do that fuck shit, right? And Paul said, nah, there ain't enough money to make me disrespect black people globally to act all fucking foolish. There's not enough money to get me to do that shit. Go ahead, Joby.
Going on in America, would you come back and help us? I would take the plane as soon as I finished my engagement. But just like a Scottish American is proud of being from Scotland, I'm proud for being African. Now, in our school books, they tried to tell me that all Africans were savages till I got to learn. That's
what they taught us. That's and pause it. And what you said, and this why you got today, why most black Americans don't want to be African, because they were told that Africans are savages. Who wants to be identified as a savage, as a moron, as an idiot? But unlike them, Paul Robeson had a chance to go travel and see things which most people don't, because he was talented. He could sing. He was an actor. He was a intellectual. And so this was dangerous to white America. They can't have him out there speaking articulate Because remember, the image they wanted to put out there was the poor, dumb, beaten, ignorant ass black man. Ooh, how that work? What you say? What we do? Ooh, Missy. I don't know how to put on those shoes. How them shoes work? You mean I gotta tie my shoes? How you tie the shoes? They want that image out there. You being a grown ass moron. You being an idiot. So we got Paul Robeson also plays Joby. So also during this time, as black people, we also had our cities being burned down. You had the Tulsa, Oklahoma riot. They burned that down. But not just then, you had a bunch of riots. You had one in Atlanta. Before Joby shows you them building Atlanta into a Mecca, which I didn't know about that. I knew Atlanta became rich, but I know it must became rich right after Tulsa became the richest black neighborhood. I didn't know anything about that. But I know that at this time, after coming from World War I, remember, because they didn't want to see black men in uniforms. You fight for this wicked ass country. Same way they did years later, World War II. You imagine, we went through one World War, and then your kids fight the Second World War, and you're still caught with the same disrespect and hate, burning, you're lynching. So they didn't want to see you come back in any kind of dignity wearing an American uniform with pride. So this caused a lot of race riots in America. So I'm going to have Joby type this up. So I know you had them in St. Louis, Chicago, Atlanta, Omaha, Nebraska. Just say this, Joey. Type this, say American race riots from 1910 to 1921. We know they went further than that. I'm just keeping it in Woodrow Wilson's presidency. That's what I said. I know we had in Florida, World War, that was 1923, 24. I'm just doing this period of time, the vicious race riots that were going, they were murdering our ass in the cities, bombing us, stabbing us, killing us. And remember, the government was behind it. So we couldn't even call on our own government to help us because the government was trying to kill us. Remember the whole thing about black people, you need to know. They've always been trying to wipe us out. You need to know that. I don't care where you find yourself, Africa, Jamaica, whatever you find yourself. They was to wipe our ass out. Period. We go, Joby.
Okay.
Let's start one.
Yeah, right Oklahoma named Solomon Sir Jones. He was able to film.
We are the American Indians, parents of science and industry.
In Oklahoma.
See, they trying to make American Indians. This is American.
In 1921. 1925, according to...
Is it right? None of those people thought they was Indians. See, there's these morons, they're bad education, trying to rewrite this fake history because they're stupid.
From July 29th to July 30th, 1910, a thriving African-American community in Texas named Slocum became home to one of the deadliest race riots in American history that has largely been ignored.
See, that's the Texas. I didn't know about this one. Wow, hold on. This is another. See, all these race riots. I didn't know Slocum. I didn't know about this. Go ahead, Joby.
It's home to former slaves and their descendants who had become successful businessmen and farmers. Unfortunately, 4 separate incidents inflamed racial tensions that led to the massacre. In late June 1910, a black man named Leonard Johnson was lynched in nearby Cherokee County. Then, on July 4th, 1910, James J. Jeffries, a white boxer, was defeated by Jack Johnson, a black boxer. Then later in the month, there was an argument over a debt between Marsh Hawley, a black businessman, and James Redden Alford, a disabled white farmer, with Alford saying that Hawley threatened him. The final straw came when a white road construction foreman put an African-American man named Abe Wilson in charge of a white work crew tasked with road maintenance. A white farmer named Jim Spurger became enraged, thinking that blacks had become too uppity and were threatening white supremacy. He convinced the whites that blacks were planning rebellion.
Blacks were coming too uppity. It means they're making too much money, becoming uppity mobile. They become, how dare you, nigga? How dare you have a piano? And I don't. Go ahead, Joe.
That they should strike first before they're attacked by the blacks. The violence began on July 29th when 6 white men confronted a group of black teenagers. Most of the teenagers escaped, but one was murdered by the mob. Encouraged by Black Death, the mob soon ballooned from the original 6 to more than 200 white men that proceeded to raid Slocum, burning down properties and killing any black person they encountered.
Wow.
They even shot African Americans in the back as they tried to flee into a nearby forest. The Slocum massacre lasted more than 16 hours, going through the night. Many black residents fled the town during and after the massacre, leaving behind real estate property and other assets to save their lives.
Wasn't it?
White residents
Pause. Yeah, of course they seized their land, stole it, stole the land house. Was anybody prosecuted for this massacre? Of course not. Of course not. Steal these niggas' land, keep them impoverished. See, that's what we try to teach you Africans when you come over here. And you talk that crazy shit. And you got to get chin checked. Go ahead, Joby.
Property. For instance, Jack Hawley, a formerly enslaved man, lost his dairy, granary, general store, and 700 acres of land to white residents after he and his family fled the city. While Anderson County investigators put the death toll at 6, white newspapers estimated that 22 black people had been killed, but black newspapers put the death toll at 40.
The Tulsa Race Massacre, also known as the Tulsa Race Riot, took place in late May and early June 1921 in the Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma. At that time, Greenwood was one of the wealthiest African American communities in the United States, often referred to as Black Wall Street. The events were ignited by an incident on May 30th, 1921, when a young black man named Dick Rowland was accused of assaulting a white woman.
Never lie. Always a white woman. Remember, it's always the white woman trope lie. They get to kill you, burning down your goddamn your businesses, your houses. Nobody wants your ugly white woman. Same shit over and over again. It's accused of a white woman, the white woman trope. Nobody wants your flea-bitten white woman. That's the scam. You're mad because you're wealthy. They want to burn your shit down to the ground because that's the jealousy. See, black people, when you left alone, you always built, as long as you got your right mind. Only thing wrong with the Africans, more than us, the Africans' minds are mostly still all fucked up with white supremacy. I look at something about Nigeria, it's crazy. You get your mind right, as black people always build. You always succeed, as long as you're left alone. That's why they hate. That's why they hate us, because you always rise to the top. Always. That's your nature. Go ahead, Joby.
Specifics of the altercation remain unclear. This incident served as a catalyst for escalating tensions. In the ensuing days, a white mob, supported by deputized citizens and Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan and deputies. So it was the government with the Klan, with the, hey, I can't see out of this sheet. Well, they gotta kill us some niggas. They gotta kill some. No, it's the Ku Klux Klan along with the goddamn sheriff. Them destroying your homes and your property. So you can't run to the government because the government's racist against you. They're the ones killing you. Go ahead, Joby.
And demolishing homes, businesses, and churches. The violence led to the deaths of an estimated 300 African Americans, leaving thousands more homeless and displaced, and reducing the once thriving Greenwood district to ruins.
You're a rebel.
Year is 1921. World War I has just ended, and black men fighting abroad return home to a country that still hates them. But that did not stop them from being courageous as hell. On Memorial Day weekend 1921, the Tulsa Race Massacre happened. It happened because a black man named Dick Rowland was accused of assaulting a white woman named Sarah Page in an elevator and was subsequently arrested and taken to the top floor of the Tulsa County Courthouse. Word spread very quickly, and a mob of hundreds of white men marched to the courthouse to demand that the sheriff hand the boy over so he could be lynched. But it wasn't going down like that. The black members of Tulsa quickly got word. Black World War I veterans put on their uniforms, put on their badges, grabbed their guns, and marched to the courthouse. They told the sheriff, hey, we're here to protect the boy. He is not going to be lynched today. White men seeing these black men rise up in defiance, wearing their uniforms, went home and got more white men and got more guns.
Made them angry. Exactly. I told you, you in those American uniforms made them even more angry. Remember, they see, when you supposed to be a slave and a yes, a nigga, yes, a boss. You wearing that uniform that had authority, that's a problem. I'm going to get rid of you.
All right, let me go through the comments as we get closer to winding up with today's conversation. Shout out to everyone with us on the chat. Kindly hit the like button and just remember to hit the cash app. Tafadhali, send us some money, to keep us going with the conversations and the bills to be paid.
You guys, you guys, my back's against the wall, guys. I need some money. I'm begging. I'll have to shut it down for a couple of weeks. Thanks to Jibber Jabber. Give me something. You guys hit that cash app right there. Go to Cash App and Mr. Black Hot Fire. You guys know I never usually beg, but I got to beg now. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I can't pay the bills. I can't be the boss. I can't pay the cost to be the boss.
I see we have DJ Biggs, who was earlier the beginning of the show saying, African news, why are you not providing history on Africa on what was done under the leadership there, etc. You're exploiting and capitalizing off Black Americans and American history.
I'm exploiting because I'm a Black American, moron. What are you talking about? I'm exploiting out my own history, stupid. I told you, you FBA niggas are moron. I'm Black American, you idiot. I can exploit out my own history. What is you talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Shit, we gotta go back to the one house schoolroom again. I'm a Black American, moron. How am I exploiting up my own history, stupid? What are you talking about? Shit be crazy. Go ahead.
Jason, Sonic Domo, nice to see you. Says it stinks of waste throughout the city. Also, that is Indiana. She was, I think, talking about.
You've been to Indiana? I haven't been in years. So does it smell like waste out there? That's terrible. I don't know how people live in those conditions, man. I can't. I don't care if Joey called me bougie or nothing. I can't live certain conditions. I can't live in certain conditions. I can't do it. Shout out to Jibba Jabba being out. Jibba Jabba, he can't either. I can't live in the hood, guys. I'm sorry. I love my Black people. I can't live in no hoods. I just can't. I just can't do it. That's why I'm begging. That's why I'm begging for money now. So I can keep jumping in my hoods. I go ahead. Send me some money, damn it.
Says it's a handful of new Black businesses being vandalized here and there. The jealousy is ridiculous. Adding that Mississippi Governor Wallace racist self of the 1950s, that old tracking movie Convoy shows how the racism was in the 1970s.
It was, but they in Convoy, I seen them when I was a kid to look, but they don't ever say how it really was. Because you get in the truck and you get that. Most people don't use the CBs as much as they do back then because they got a cell phone. But back then, it's always nigga, hey nigga, where you at, nigga. Everything with them was racism. And then when somebody Black say, hey, where you at? Where you 20? Pull over where you at. It's always with them, it's always some antagonizing racial shit. And then they got the nerve to tell you, why you Black people want to make everything about race? How would you motherfuckers do? Go ahead, Joby.
And short occasions, William, nice to see you. Derek Askew, Karibu Sana as well. Also see we have Charles, nice to see you. Says you're not the only one. I thought Smokey and the Bandit was cool too.
Was cool. Everybody, exactly. Everybody thought it was cool. You know, it was white. You know, it was just cool. He had the cool car. He had the cool. Everybody wanted a Trans Am when I was a kid. He had the cool car, talking all cool. Yeah, what's your 40? Yeah, the funny sheriff. But there's no way, Joey, you can beat for my loins. Mommy, when I get home, to punch your mama in the mouth. There's all right, Joey. Like that all stupid. No way you can beat for my loins.
Be quiet. Shad Robin S. Nice to see you. I also see Jabba says, Joby, this is an American classic. Yeah, I'll look for it maybe on Amazon. I bet it should be on Amazon.
It is. It is for free. It is. It's on Amazon. Check. Yeah, Jabba, it's a classic. It's fun. How can what you say? It's still funny. I looked at it again about a year ago. I think my brother were talking about it. I said, I ain't seen that movie in years. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at it a year ago. It was still. I was like, this shit's still funny. I still like that movie. Go ahead, Joey.
Jason says all these pets from past movies that died in cemeteries for famous animals with tombstones. That dog was old, probably blind. Shit, you know.
That dog was cool. That dog name was Fred, Joby. All right, Fred. I couldn't tell when I was a kid. I didn't know that dog was old or not. I thought it was like a droopy looking dog.
Yeah, it looks crazy. Just look. Pajama says Gary had one of the largest steel works in the world.
They did. It's a rich town. Now it's exactly. It's a rich town, rich community has been gutted. It's crazy how they gutted America. Go, Jim.
Derek says Gary Indiana home is the original gangsters. And then I also see 10-speed Caribou Royal Constrictor Caribou. Jiba adding you need a shotgun to keep out on the look. And then says looks like parts of Pittsburgh, especially here. 10-speed says I went there 4 years ago. It's terrible, old vacant houses that has been there since the 90s, and I would rather live in the projects.
Is that bad? Is that bad? I know. I went there 20 years ago. 10-speed. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I ain't gonna try. Fuck it. I don't think I had my gun on. I was like, man, I'm gonna get hit in the head around.
That's better than the one we were saying. Was it in China? Bangkok? Where is it? The one we were showing people living in coffin houses.
Oh, coffin houses? Yeah, China. Yeah, I mean that was Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want to live in a coffin either, but yeah, I don't want to live like that. That's crazy. That's
washing your food in the sink, the toilet sink.
That's because there's no room out there. They all smashed together. Joe, being a little ass area. Hong Kong is a small area.
You better deal with them gangsters rather than live in that coffin. Trust me. And then I also see Jiba says, okay, shout Joe Mosquito. We have Martin Fry says Gary, Indiana is south of the South Side Chicago.
Yeah, that's what's that.
And see 10-speed says I had Baklamore was the worst. And then Jiba says Joe Mosquito says low budget Europeans, we call them. And then 10-speed says the money we give Israel would have made Detroit a mega
great city. Money, all the money we give to everybody else, we could have saved our cities. But the whole thing they got a trooper. Remember, black people moved there for good jobs from the South, so they wanted to stop that. Remember, because what they were doing, it was a social experiment. It was so many things they were doing because they were doing a social experiment with black women too, right? Remember, they bringing black women feminism, and then if a black man couldn't take care of you, he was not to be respected. So they were destroying our women too when they were destroying the job center, the job area, because the woman's not going to respect you because now you can't take care of her. So that was going to say she don't need no man, right? She don't need no man because you couldn't take care of her because there was no decent job to put food on the table. And so they made her go get educated, and they gave her little government jobs. They're taking it away now because they destroyed us as a people. And now black women in America, do this before we go, Joe. This is real. We got 5 moments. Put this up real quick on TikTok. I've seen this thing. This is true. See if you can say, and this how I know they haven't destroyed African women yet. They destroyed black American women. Say African women are asked would they want to live without a man on the planet, and African women are asked, and say African American women are asked the same thing. Say black women are asked would they want to live on a planet without a man, and African American women are asked the same thing. Type that. All the African American women say, yeah, I don't need no man. All the African women said, no, of course not. I need a man. I didn't live on the planet by myself. That's how you know social engineering. And I bring it up, and this is what it shows. So don't get mad at me.
Do you think black women need men?
There you go.
Yeah. Women need men. Okay. Women need men. Why do you think a lot of black women say like, "Oh my God, we don't need men"?
Are you a black woman hater?
Am I?
Yeah, a lot of black women don't say that.
Yes, they do. Why would I be a black woman hater? Wait, watch out.
How do we procreate if we don't? Yeah.
No. I'm saying a lot of black women say that they don't need a man. Okay. So I'm saying like, why?
Yes.
We raise boys, okay?
Yes.
Women, we take care of the home.
Yes.
So we can never say we don't need something that we create.
But you know what he's talking about, though. You know.
I get it, but maybe it's just a struggle of what somebody's been through.
These are some good black American women. You understand? Go ahead.
No, absolutely not.
Yes, women need men and men need women, baby.
No.
But no. Why? Because I don't know. Women are independent, but also sometimes, like earlier, I was carrying my water upstairs. I wish I had a man.
What?
It's a lot of shit that I don't be wanting to do as a woman. Like, come carry take the groceries in the motherfucking house. Take the trash cans out, take the trash out. I don't want to do that shit.
So we're only good to carry shit.
Yeah. I'm not finna rub on my own booty. Who's gonna rub on my booty?
I go rub my own booty.
But it's not needed. No. Hell no. Never.
See? No. See?
No. Well, man is just a plus and extra.
95% of African American men no longer marry African American women. Why? Because you are too tough. African American girls are tough.
It's a pause, and that's your pause. And that's why a lot of African men come over, they get traumatized because the Black American women are tough. They laugh in their face. You get the African guy with the goopy accent. Who I like to talk to you. What? Who? Who are you talking to? Ah, you better get your ass out of here. You better get your ass out of here.
Yeah. That's when you talk about being paid in Gucci, you sound crazy,
You said what now? What, Joey?
Yeah, that lady who said I paid you in Gucci, craziness. Type of craziness, it's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, as I finish up, I see we also have let me go back to some comments. Just a second.
I'm still begging, guys. They go to Cash App. Help me out. So I have to lay Joby off for a couple of weeks. You guys help me out.
Valley, please. You guys want to see me gone? Please.
Everybody say 2 weeks ain't a long time.
Oh, that's a long time. Shit. Are you kidding me?
It ain't a long time. Shit.
For y'all, if it's not a long time, we've been updated about news. Shit. But it's not good,
$10, yeah, not $10. Please, you guys hit the Cash App at Mr. Blackhouse 5.
Yeah, but I also see Jason says, okay, let me see the comments. We have Tony says you never ask for money, Keith. We appreciate you. I'll be sending you something.
I know. I know I don't have some money, but I need it now. I know. My back's against the wall. I feel like I'm butt naked and getting raped. I hate to do it. You're right. I don't like to do it, but I got to now. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I am. I got this. Like, damn. My back's against the wall. I had a really couple bad weeks. I didn't see this shit happening. Shit. So if you got whatever you guys can send, 20, 30, my back's against the wall. Hit the Cash App.
10 Speed says I had Central Park, New York was a black population as far as back in the 1600s, and then
that's true. It was called Seneca Village. Remember, they burned it down to the ground. I moved all the black people out there. Now it's the biggest park in New York. So that Central Park land was black people. Name of the place was called Seneca Village. They got rid of the black people and stole the land. That's what they do.
Monique, 10 Speed says also all those Negroes were Freemasons.
True.
Gilbert says Jobin never plays my gospel records. Please, you never join even my culture show. You never even join my culture show, so don't even tell me about requests. Let's keep it there. And then I also see 10 Speed says the Bule is the protector of white supremacy.
True.
And then
that's why you got the same. It's funny that you got the same groups in Africa, all in Kenya, all in Nigeria. You see the same Freemason houses sitting right in Kenya for all the damn politicians and corrupt leaders. Go ahead, Joe.
Shout out to Sister Michelle. Nice to see you. It's been a minute. Nice to see you. Tony says you hit that head. Robertson was a bad man.
He was a bad man. Shout out to makes you proud to be a black person. Shout out to him. They destroyed him. Read the whole show on him because they know that they destroyed him and he still stays strong. Never killed himself. They put him in poverty and they destroyed his ass. Go ahead, Joe.
It says Gary, Indiana is crazy poor. I visited my friend there and I was scared to quite abandoned the building since the 1990s.
Since the 90s. I went early 2000s. I was like, I almost sound like a punk. I was like, this might be a little dangerous. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, literally, those are all the comments. I've
All right. Much love, family. Joey's not gonna be here tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, but Joey won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's some stuff, got some shit going on because I'm broke. So got some can't pay people. So you guys go ahead, send me some money. Hit the Cash App. There you go. Cash App, please. Mr. Black Hot Fire.
You guys, you see, I'm not even gonna be here tomorrow just because you guys are not donating. You guys really don't pay that much. Like that's not fair. You know?
Brother gotta do what he gotta do. I'm keeping it real. You guys know I don't lie with you. I'm not like Dr. Umar. Hit the Cash App. Cash App, y'all. Where's the Cash App? Hit the Cash App, y'all.
Yes.
Much love, family.
But I'll be, of course, I think for my show, I'm not sure.
You'll be back. You'll be back Monday. I think you should be back Monday. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right. But yes, see you guys tomorrow on the show. I'll not be on the Africa Today show. So have a
Mr. Old intro. That's what's up. Yeah, yes. So you know, I might have to cut their paper next couple of weeks just to keep them on. Shit. At least not. Hey, everybody's got to take what they call a haircut. Just cut their pay for a couple of weeks so they won't have to go. So I can still keep them paid, but just take a haircut for a couple of weeks. Much love, family.
Much love. Have a good day. Peace and well.